What are you going to do when you go to this place? Oh, I'm going to pick up that heavier weight to teach myself to pick up heavier weight. And that's how you have to approach it if you do indeed want to get stronger. So, the board here, thank you for joining me as always. And one of the most number one question, that was gibberish, one of the most number one questions, the number one question sometimes, depending on who you are, that people ask when they are talking about the gym, the fitness palace of love, is why am I not getting any stronger? I'd like to get stronger. Now, do not forget, everybody's a little bit different. You can still be a pretty jacked up dude and not be the strongest person, but 9 times out of 10, if you do see someone who's an absolute freak, they're also lifting a lot of weight in the gym. Now, before we do get into this, never forget that form, time and attention and being safe are far more important. But yes, of course we all want to be strong. We want to be able to start off by doing a 50 kilogram deadlift and then a few years down the line try and get up to a 200 plus kilogram deadlift. However, there are certain things that you need to make sure you're doing. So here's 10 reasons you're not getting any stronger. Number 10, you're not lifting heavy enough. Yes, that's right. There's no secret science to any of this, and anybody else out there who tries to pretend there is absolutely lying to you. If you want to get stronger, you have to lift more weight. That's the whole point of the gym. There's that stupid cartoon out there that says, oh, what are you going to do when you go to this place? Oh, I'm going to pick up that heavier weight to teach myself to pick up heavier weight. And that's how you have to approach it if you do indeed want to get stronger. Now, this doesn't mean you just go crazy and you rack up the bar with kilogram after kilogram after kilogram of weight. No, you don't do that at all. But it means that you ensure you have this in the back of your head. You're like, okay, I need to lift strong today. And it doesn't matter if you don't do it every single session. But if you are desperate to get stronger, you must teach your muscles to get stronger. And as a byproduct of that, they will also get bigger. I mean, those two things kind of just work in harmony. Which ties into number 9, which is you are not lifting heavier over time. We're going to scrunch these two ones together. Now, yes, we are basically talking about progressive overload here, but it all counts. We'll go back to the deadlift because that's where we started. You've got your 50 kilograms on and you want to go up, you want to increase, you want to see that number start going through the roof. Well, the only way to do that is by doing 10 reps of 50 kilograms and then maybe trying to do 12 reps at 50 kilograms and then 14 reps at 50 kilograms and then go on, well, you know, I'm getting quite high up in the rep range here. Why don't I put on 55, 10 reps, 12 reps, 14 reps? Why don't I do 60? Why don't I do 80? And sometimes, again, as long as you are taking care of yourself and not going crazy, maybe you want to go up to like 125 and try and rep out 4. Now, make sure you're warmed up before you do this. Make sure you do your dynamic stretching and everything and make sure mentally you're prepared. And if it feels like you don't have the lift, drop it, for goodness sake. We're not here to destroy ourselves, but this is what you are going to have to do. And some people think, oh, I'm just going to go to the gym and I'm going to lift some weights and then I'm sure I'll be absolutely strong in a matter of time. And you will be stronger because you are still stimulating those muscles, but you will not be getting to the level that you are able to. Now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself here because other words will come out of my mouth that we're going to talk about later, but you have to be looking to the future while also staying in the present. So if you have been lifting the same ass weight for 6 weeks, that's your problem. Number 8 is a little bit of a controversial one, but you may be doing too much cardio. Now, you actually can't do too much cardio. That's right. I've done a 180 on your ass right now. You don't know what's going on. It's like someone trying to gaslight you. I love you, I hate you. Like, oh, what's going on? But seriously, what I mean more specifically is a lot of people do their cardio before they go to the gym, right? And that's fine. You should do it whenever you can get it in. But if you are doing your cardio before you go to the gym, or sorry, before you lift weights, I should say, so you're doing 20, 30, 40 minutes, and then you're trying to be stronger than you were last time, you're not going to be able to do it because you've used up all your energy. Do not forget, you have a certain amount of energy within you, and if you dedicate 65, 70% of that to your cardiovascular activity, a couple of thumbs from me, you're working the heart, the most important muscle in the body, but then you're going to get down to do your heavy lifts and you're not going to be as strong for obvious reasons. You have to try and tear these two apart if you possibly can. Yes, do cardio for your health. Yes, do cardio to stay in shape and lose fat and lose weight. But try and separate that from your weights. Or if you really can't, do it after you've lifted. Because most people I know, they can get on a treadmill or a cross trainer for 30 minutes and just do this, even if they haven't got that spark anymore. But put them on a squat rack. They go, okay, now you got to lift really heavy. They go, I don't want to lift really heavy. And I get that. You're just a human being. You ain't Superman. We have to talk about this at number 7, crappy form. Now, I'm a big fan of partial reps. I'm a big fan of cheat reps, especially on things like hammer curls. I think you can get away with that for days. But sometimes what we do, we'll use the bicep curl, right? We take the bicep curl and we want to look awesome. We want to have the big plates on the side. So we do that because for some reason we just have egos that are out of control. And then we do these weird ass reps where we're swinging our back around and our shoulders are coming into gear. So you're not actually working your biceps. Therefore, they're not going to get bigger and they're not going to get any stronger. You have to find this balance between increasing your weights and ensuring you've got the right form. Because if not, you're not doing it right. And in no other walk of life would we do that. You don't do maths and then get to the last bit and just put 7. And your teacher goes, why did you put 7? Well, I just wanted to get it done. No, get it done right. And it's the same with lifting weights. So we'll go back to the bicep curl again. Lock those arms in. Make sure you're isolating the bicep. And even if that means you have to go back all the way to 5 kilograms, that's okay, because we've already talked about this. Next week, you're going to do 6 kilograms. The week after that, you do 7. And before you know it, yes, maybe, probably not, because it'd be a crazy amount of weight. You'd have to be a genetic freak. You can be doing 40 kilogram bicep curls. And I see this all the time on the internet. People go, I do 40 kilogram bicep curls. Do you? Do you really? I don't think you do. Number 6 is you have no final aim. And really, there's no final aim when it comes to the gym. But, people are always changing up their goals so they know where they're heading. It's like when you read a story. What do they tell you the first thing to do? Write the ending, because then you know where you're going. So if your goal is to get stronger, shouldn't have done that. But that's got to be your goal. Like, don't all of a sudden change and go, oh no, now I want to lose weight. Don't all of a sudden change and go, oh no, I want to look more aesthetically pleasing. I mean, you can bring all these things in and you can have a layered system. But if your priority is to get stronger, then you have to go into the gym with the mindset that you are training to get stronger. And if you're not doing that, then you've got to change up your routine. And you've got to change up your program. Once again, we don't do that in any walk of life. If we're eating a bad meal, we don't then cook it the next day and eat it again. We change in order to get the nice taste into our mouth and into our tum-tums. And that is what you've got to do with the gym. So many people go into the gym and they try and do anything. I'm going to lose weight here. Again, I'm going to put on some muscle here. I'm going to put on some strength here. I'm going to get my abs shaped here. Like, it will all work as one to a certain degree, but sometimes you do have to pick and choose. And sometimes it's trial and error. And sometimes you don't know what's going to happen. But walking into anything without being prepared means you are going to fail and you're going to fall on your ass. That's unfortunately how life works. Which is also the same as number 5, you have no consistent plan. Because this stuff takes time. Like, it takes a long ass time. And I know you don't want to hear that, and I didn't want to hear that either, but it's true. So if you are doing a strength program and you do it for a month and you haven't put on that much strength, you don't all of a sudden change. You give it another month. I would say you give it 12 weeks. And then you've got to be honest with yourself too. You should go back to all the notes you've made and go, have I actually put the intensity I needed in order to achieve my goal? And sometimes, and a lot of time, it's not, because you've got outside factors such as life going, I'm going to kick your ass. And then you go, well, I've got to keep going with this, but maybe the one thing I need to put into this more than anything is my intensity and is my focus. And that can be a really, really hard thing to do. But have the plan written down on paper and stick to the plan. If you're a long-term viewer, I apologize. I use this analogy all the time. But if you have a meeting booked in for 9:30 on a Monday, you don't turn up at 10. You turn up at 9:30 and you get your other work done around that. Do the same with the gym. You go at 5 to 7 and we're doing deadlifts and we're doing squats and we're doing military presses and we're doing bench press because we're going to attack the compounds in order to get stronger. Number 4 is nice and simple. You're not eating enough. Nobody's eating enough, or some people are eating too much. It's usually the way. You're trying to lose weight, you're eating too much. You're trying to put on muscle, you're not eating enough. And I know you can build muscle in a calorie deficit. Of course you can. But, I mean, if you've been doing that for a long while, you're not getting any stronger, you've got to eat more food. That doesn't mean pizza, that doesn't mean milkshake, that doesn't mean nachos. It means you just have to increase your calories here and there. In the first week, I would increase them by no more than 100. Sometimes I only do 50. You're in no rush unless you're waiting for a competition. I mean, these are tiny amounts, but it's that way you can see incremental changes as opposed to wake up, look in the mirror and go, damn it, I've become a fat Barry. And number 3 is kind of the same. You're not getting enough sleep. Sleep is recovery. Recovery is needed to grow. You have to grow in order to get stronger. That's it. There's nothing else I can say. And I know it's hard to sleep. My sleep absolutely sucks. But if you are desperately, flying through the internet right now, and then you go, well, I am only getting 4 hours a night and I'm going to bed at 1 a.m. and getting... That's not good sleep. You need good quality sleep. Why do you think bodybuilders are napping all the time? Probably should put this at number 3, but I didn't. Number 2, you're not being strict enough with your diet. Because again, just because you're going to eat more doesn't mean you start filling your face with crap. Right? And also you have to eat at the right times too. So many people say, well, I'm going to get all my carbs in the morning because I can't possibly have carbs after 2 p.m. like they become magic fat carbs or something. They don't, by the way. You don't need to do that. So by the time they go to the gym in the evening, 6, 7, 8 o'clock, they're really tired. Yeah, because you've used all your carbs and you haven't given yourself any energy. And some sessions are going to suck if you're, again, trying to achieve something very specific and you need to drop out carbs, whatever the hell you're doing. But if you're only going to have 100 grams of carbs a day for whatever reason, or whatever the hell the number would be, and you know that's enough for 1 meal, 2 meal, have it building up to your gym session. Then when you go there, you will have energy. You can even have intra-workout, which is just a sugary, lovely carb drink that will give you a boost. Remember, this is all calories, and it has to tie into your overall calorie surplus or deficit or total for the day, your maintenance. But so I find it crazy. People think I could just slam a pre-workout and get through it. No, you can't. There's a chemical. That chemical is going to wear off. Carbohydrates are deliberately there to give you the energy. That's why we like them so much. So make sure you are being clever with that stuff. And look, everyone's going to be different. I like to eat 90 minutes before I go to the gym. I think it gives my stomach an hour to calm down. It gives me 30 minutes to prepare, take whatever I'm going to take before I go to the gym, and I'm in there in about 1 hour, 45 minutes. And I feel like I've got energy. The worst thing you can do is go too soon because you're going to be tired, because your brain is going to dedicate all your energy to try to digest your food. And then you're going, oh man, lift weights. And it's like, I can't lift weights right now because you just put a bunch of crap in me. And number one, just to round things off, is that you're not drinking enough water, because nobody drinks enough water. I'm not going to give you a number of liters or gallons because people sometimes go overboard, and that can actually be bad for you too. But you need more than you're getting. And if you are ever thirsty, or you ever feel dehydrated, that wasn't a word, dehydrated, it's already too late. Now, please do like the video, share the video, and subscribe to the bell ding dings. So when other videos are going live, there will be another video on the screen. Please do give it a click. And also leave a comment below and tell me I'm an asshole. I can handle it. It happens every day. Also, if you're looking for supplements to help you, I would highly recommend GorillaMind.com/Simon. Link in the description below. Use code Simon, get 10% off all of it. I use their pre-workout. I use their protein. I use their EAAs. And I use something else that I can't remember the name of now. I'll talk about it on a future video. And they are just terrific supplements, and ones that certainly help my training. So hopefully they can help yours too. I'm also in Greg Doucette's Power 13 cookbook. That's a diet cookbook should you want to be able to eat nice food that is also healthy. And Instagram, Simon Miller 316, and Twitter, Simon 316. Weird way to say that. Patreon.com/Simon 316 if you want exclusive videos or to support the channel that way. SimonMiller.BigCartel.com for merch, and I'm also on Cameo if you want to shout out. Otherwise, go out there, be strong. You're He-Man, you're She-Ra, you're Superman, you're Supergirl, you're Superwoman, you're whoever you are, Wonder Woman. I know you can do it. Go.